test the dog's sense of self, what we're going to do is teach them to target a blue spot. Then we're going to paint a blue spot on themselves that's only visible from a mirror, show them a mirror, and if they have a sense of self, the dog will target the blue spot on themselves. So the way that we're going to do this is to teach them to target with their nose, because most dogs will investigate things with their nose. Now, most dogs, when you hold out your hands to them, will automatically investigate your hand. Good. She touched her nose on my hand, I told her she was good, and I give her a reward. So we're going to repeat that a few times, just so that she gets the idea of touching my hand. Good. Good. So every time she touches my hand, good. I tell her she's good and I give her a reward. Good. So repeat that a few times, probably 5 or 6. Good. Then what I want you to do is introduce a blue spot. Now I've cut some out of paper, but you can use whatever you've got. And I'm going to put that on my hand, and I'm going to hope that because she's used to touching my hand, she's then going to touch the blue spot with her nose. Good. Tell her she's good and I give her a reward. It's really important to get the good in when she's doing exactly what you want. So, good. She touches her nose on the spot, tell her she's good, and then I've got a few seconds grace to get the treat to her. Good. So that the good tells her that the treat's coming and that she's done the right thing. Good. So she's quite happily touching the blue spot. I can move my hand around. Good. She's brought in her paw now, and I don't want her to touch her paw because I told her she was good and I have to reward her. So I'm now going to move it so she can't touch her paw, good, but she can only touch her nose on it. When she's touched her nose, I take the target away so it's not always presented to her. What I'm going to do now is move on from my hand to have it further away from me on the end of a target stick. So Riley's very confidently touching her nose onto the blue target wherever I put it now. So I can move it from side to side, and she's touching her nose to earn the treat. If I put the spot on the floor, she's touching it with her nose to earn the treat. Good girl. Okay, so now's the time to do the test. The next stage then is to paint the blue spot on the dog in a place where they can't see it. So what I'm used to doing is I've got a water-soluble pen, so it will wash off nice and easily and it's not going to hurt her. And I've got a handful of treats so that I can distract her whilst I'm colouring a spot on her chest. So I'm letting her eat the treats very slowly from my hand. What do you reckon, Anna? Do you think that's enough spot?
That looks great.
Okay. So what we're going to do now is just let her have a few seconds just so that she can see she's not paying any attention to the spot. And then Anna's going to present the mirror and we're going to see what she does when she sees herself, if she sees herself in the mirror. So she's investigating the mirror, but Riley learned to ignore a mirror as a youngster because the dogs in them weren't real, they didn't play back with her, they didn't respond to her, they didn't smell. So she's not really paying much attention. She's just spotted something in the mirror, but it's not responding. She's gone around the back to check to see whether there's another dog. Good girl.
What we're seeing here is we're not seeing her inspect the blue spot at all. So we'd expect if she did start to work out that this was her, we would expect her to put her nose down and actually try and touch the blue spot on her chest.
We know that there are dogs who know how to use a mirror, will see things in the mirror and will see that there is a spot there and it may try and target the spot in the mirror. But what would be amazing to find would be a dog who looks at the dog in the mirror and targets the spot on its own chest.